Okay, I'm recording, so I didn't forget that. But yeah, we're just going to plan on, I want to hear from you because you guys are the movers and the shakers. You're the ones who've got some ideas and some goals for this month, right? So I want you to type in the comments or speak out if that's preferential. What do you need out of this time today? What did you come here to this meeting? It can be, I need to know what the heck I have to do to get an iPad. It could be, what is the difference between the welcome packs? Anything. Like, what do you need? A question about why are you here? So you can type them in or you can start to say them.
I want to know, like, I want goals. Like, I want the iPad. I want Fresh Start. I want Super Silver. Can I have all of them? So tell me all the things.
Okay. Cool. So you want to know what you can do to get to those goals, how to figure out what each is required. Okay. So we need logistics, like make sure we're clear. What do I have to do to reach something? How do I reach it? Okay. Action steps. Love it. I'm seeing nods.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat as Sheila. I think like trying to work out a strategic framework to get from here to goal achievement.
Done. Okay. Great. Okay. I think that's safe to assume because that was what this call is supposed to be about, a special Zoom to reach your goals. So glad we're all on that page. But if questions come up, I don't know if y'all know how, if you're on your iPads, your computers, you can pull up a little bar at the bottom of your screen and you can pull up a chat. So if there's something I'm talking and you want to ask a question, just throw it in there so you can remember it and somebody else can go, let's make sure we answer that question. Okay, so March Madness logistics. Let's cover things first. This iPad. What? Okay, so the way that it works is anyone who adds 6 people as new ambassadors with a $199 or a $199 welcome pack is going to achieve an iPad. Okay, and Plexus will send it to you. Okay. Kendall just earned something similar. This was a different contest, but she just got an iPad got it for her husband a couple of months ago. I want to say it was in December. I can't remember it, but it was end of last year. So they're legit. They have Plexus engraved on the side of them. They're great advertisements. Plus I don't know how much an iPad costs, but they're legit. Okay. So I want you to pause and think. How do you feel with the opportunity to earn a free iPad? What was your gut reaction when you saw that announcement? What did you think? You can type it out. You can jot it down for yourself. You can share it here with us. That's what I thought. I thought, heck yes, let's do this. But I know that's not what everyone thinks. Sometimes people think, so y'all tell me some other things. Did anyone think anything different besides, yeah, I'm going to do this?
For a second, can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
So I was of course, I thought it was amazing, but at the same time, I think Kendall talked about this. I was like, I have an iPad. So I was like, what if I included that as an incentive to some of my people? If I can get 6 people to sign up, I could put y'all's name in a hat, draw someone, and be like, you could win a free iPad from me. No strings attached.
Awesome.
I thought about it. I haven't thought for sure if I want to do that, but that was something that crossed my mind.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, logistically, I already have one. Do I need another one? That's a good thing that kind of comes to mind. Do I want to work for a prize that I already have? Yep. Some people may also think too, just being honest. Oh, that sounds nice, but I'm not going to get that.
Yeah,
that's some of that resistance or hesitancy.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. I like to stress that it's how many people joined those free giveaways on Instagram with a 1 in 3,000 chance. So I actually said on my, it was on my Instagram stories, 1 in 6 chance of winning. Hello.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And it wasn't my idea. I literally was like, I got to bless Kyle with this new iPad last time. I was like, I guess I could replace my iPad. It is like 5 years old. But then I was like, it does what I need. And I have a smartphone. And I was like, I wonder if there's someone else I could bless because I want to earn that iPad. It really does push me. And then my friend Mallory, who is on Jessica, she's a level 1 to Jessica Heffley on her second leg. She posted that. I was like, boom, brilliant.
Yep.
So
I want to earn it for myself.
She's on there, on her. What'd you say?
I just want to earn it for myself. Sorry, people. I'm doing it for me.
Don't apologize. Do not apologize.
No, it's
about
good.
that.
I think it's important to know that, to realize that we can do however we want to do in our business. We can gift it, keep it for ourselves, sell it, whatever.
Do not apologize, because here's my goal. I actually want to be super prayerful about this. I need to be prayerful about this. Today is Sunday. We're in the first week of March. I want to get my 6 people this week. Lord, please help me stay focused. I want to get my 6 people this week. That's going to be a lot of front work on my end, but I want to do it because everyone that does not win the iPad, I want them to have a chance to earn it if they should so pursue that.
Sure. Because
then they're going to have the 3 weeks following the remainder of March to get 6 people on board with them to still earn it.
Yes.
They might not win it from me.
Yeah. But they can earn it themselves. Yes. That is an important logistic that I did not realize, and I wanted to make sure you guys all realized. I thought we could only do it using these codes. No, any person who adds 6 people this month with welcome packs, it is going to earn an iPad. So I can have somebody who signs up today and then they can work towards that iPad, which we know if they get the iPad, that means they added 6 people. So they're going to fast start silver. So they're going to stack all of these bonuses. We're talking like $450 out the gate for someone new. Okay. So there is a logistical thing, Holly, that I was reading in the directions. So Sheila and Holly and I will kind of look at this. I believe that I'm going to check because now I'm getting myself confused between super silver, but there was something about the number of people who could be Australian ambassadors and US or Canadian. And I wanted to clarify that. So we're going to maybe send a little message to make sure that we're super clear because I want to jack that up. Okay. So those are the logistics. That's how you get the iPad, right? Along the way, you're also earning those building business bonuses and whatever. Okay. So eventually in a minute, we're going to get to who is good for this and what is working for us so far as we're reaching out to people. Let me start with this because we always like to acknowledge our fears. My fear in this incentive, y'all ready? Anybody guess it?
That people are just going to sign up a bunch of people and they're just all going to get.
My fear is that we will sacrifice quality customer care and sound business practice for an iPad. That's just logistically. Now, why is this a fear? Because I've done this. I've done this in the past. Okay. I've gotten really excited, focused on a goal. And I'm like, whatever it takes to get there. Right. There are
then you sign somebody up that really should have never been signed up because they don't want it. And they just.
Yes. And I'm going to kind of go through what that looks like and what I mean by that. But yes, I don't want to sacrifice that. And so some of you guys are like, well, I don't even know what you're talking about. Well, just do what you always do in your business and do that. And you're great. Right. So, keeping in mind, yes, there are times to kind of shift things. Sheila and I were talking about this, she's been signing people up with the $199 welcome packs. And she's like, well, shoot, if I can sign them up with the $99 welcome pack and maybe a couple extra products because they don't just quite want that whole $199, that's still good, right? Absolutely. Because if that's one of your goals, so we're going to kind of get into and how to do this well. Okay. So I think I just need to be honest with you guys and say, like, that's my hesitation. It's my fear for myself, because in the past I have signed people up who really only wanted slim, and I sign them up as an ambassador, and they join for a 99, which they get triplex. And guess what? Next month, the second month, they order slim. And the month after that, they order slim. Awesome. They're getting their slim at wholesale pricing. But what's happening to my business and the time I take away from my family or my team or other business folks is that I'm never getting compensated. Okay. So the way that that compensation plan works is I've got to have 100 PV, around $100 that goes through. Right. So that's my fear. Because this is what happens. You think, oh, well, it's just one person. When you get 6 of those people and then you're working for free for X amount of future months for 6 people, that starts to burn you out. Okay. So that's why we're like, I've never really talked about this before in the past. I'm like, just add those people, go, 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 because that I get excited. I want to see y'all earn these iPads and I'm stoked about it, but I want to do the honor to learn from some of my mistakes that, like, on down the road, you go, man, that was a mistake, and now they just wanted to get slim for $70. Awesome. But you have to figure out, be fair to yourself and in your business. So one of the things, and sometimes you're new and you just don't even know, you don't realize that, right? Okay. So, however, our team rocks. So that is why this fear is, I think we can address it. We can talk about it, and then we're just going to be awesome and blow right past it. And no one's going to need to live in that space. We are awesome at signing people up with welcome packs. Like 99.9% of people join with a welcome pack within 30 days. Subscriptions are on, like, y'all are awesome. You don't realize those are things that other teams struggle with. Okay. So we've also been improving our silver averages. I mean, there's great things. This business, you guys actually care about people and you follow through and you love them. And so when you do that, your business benefits and thrives as well. Just funny how it works.
To build on that, I know that Sheila's asked me before, what do you do to get your people to share? I'm going to be honest. One of those factors is, okay, I have a girl from my church who she really wants to get on these products. You better believe I have a welcome burden where I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot show my face to her at church knowing she's paying X amount for these products. It's literally, that is my drive for saying, hey, do you want your products paid for? I want you to not be paying anything for these products. Please let me help you do that. Please.
Yes. Yeah. Like your heart is for her to not have to.
Hey, let's work this business. Let's make you do this. It's please let me help you. It's super simple to get your products paid for a few months. It's a different shift in gears and different shift of commitment. If you want to build an empire, by all means, I'm happy to help you do that. If you want to do that, I love working this business, but just to get your products paid for, super simple.
Yes. Love it. And you're actually, Kendall's really good at this, guys. She doesn't just say that and then it doesn't happen. She says that and she helps people. So just know that.
It's not, but you know what? I don't necessarily know that. I'm still learning and growing in how to work my business, because I can promise you, I do not do the whole 20-80 rule. 20% of my time is spent with other people's business. 80% is my business. It's probably more like 50-50 right now. So I'm trying to figure it out.
Yes, but I think it's good. It's important when someone says something, when you hear Kendall say that, for those of you who don't know that, you see her turning people silver every month. And that speaks to her ability to kind of talk with people and it just be like, this is my heart for you. Don't pay for your products. It's craziness. So,
and it is a lot of hand holding. It's a lot of, but I don't think, oh, I'm holding their hand. Has such a negative context. It's
teamwork. It's you working alongside of them and saying, okay, you're not just left out in the cold. Absolutely.
Yeah. And absolutely. I do a lot of three-way chats with Nicole. I carry the responsibility, but if they ask something that is time is of the essence and I am not available, and Lord willing she is, then she helps me carry that baton. Absolutely.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that's very true too. Yeah, we've done that quite a few times. Okay, so here we are. You're like, okay, got the fears aside. Now, how do we get the word out? How do we tell people I have a code, right? Like I can save you $40 US. What do I say? Okay. I want you guys to type in this. You can type it out here in the chat, or share. What is a post you've seen someone else do or you've done yourself that is helpful, that got you some interest? Okay. It could be a Facebook, an Instagram story. And, or what is a message or phone call conversation you've had that has helped so far? Like, what did you do that you feel like is getting you people talking? Okay, sure. Tell me more. Or yes, I want to do that.
So I've had success so far just being conversational about it. But again, Sheila, Nicole, and I, we've discussed this before, because I'm in Australia culturally, it's really different doing network marketing over here. It has to be a lot more genuine and relaxed than direct sales. But having said that, I have been following Bridget Ryan on Instagram, and I really like the way she integrates the wider scope of what Plexus can do into the content that she shares in a really non-invasive way. Just like, oh, hey, this is this pack and this is what it does. Bam, that's it. Just out there. No, nothing further, nothing in your face. And clearly she's having success at what she's doing. So that's been good to watch.
Awesome. Yeah.
She really was the first. A lot of people talk about Marian Anderson, but Bridget Ryan was the first one to really rock her business through Instagram, because she, like you said, Holly, it's not just Australia. That really needs to be the approach for everybody. Just down to earth, having a conversation. A lot of my stuff happens at work.
Yeah.
Just people saying, hey, why do you have so much energy? I actually usually respond, the joy of the Lord is my strength first. And then I say, I am also on Plexus though. Have you heard of it?
Yep. Conversation.
Really, I'm like, I would say the joy is Jesus, but I'm going 13-hour shifts because I use Plexus products.
Yep. Okay. What are other things that have worked? What's a message, conversation? This is a little different, right? Because I guess you got a $14 discount and you kind of want to be careful. You don't just throw them around. I've seen people do that before. They just throw it to be selective. Like I am still walking all my people through the normal process. What are your health goals, whatever, because I want to make sure that there's someone I want to maintain kind of the integrity to my business as I do it. Right. So if this is not a good fit for them, I'm not just going to, they get the $40. Okay. So there's that. Other things.
One a message that I sent out to people that I've already been talking to, actually a lady, is going to place an order tonight from this. And this is a girl that I've been talking to since December. Like
Temple.
Yes.
Cool.
And what I sent out, I think there was about 5 people who I had been talking to for this long, and they've just been on the fence this whole entire time. And what I sent them was, are you still open to chatting about Plexus? I love saying open now. Like I always catch myself saying interested, and I'm like, no, it's open. And then I just said,
I'm writing it down, sister. I'm writing it down.
Do you want me to? I'm going to read you exactly what I said because I'm not good at summarizing. All right. I said, are you still open about chatting? No. Are you still open to chatting about Plexus? It's March 1st, and I honestly didn't realize we get another great incentive for the weekend already. I think you're going to love this. If there's any part of you that wants to give Plexus a shot, send me back a thumbs up so we can chat. I don't want to overlook you if this is something you're open to trying, but they only gave me 6 coupons to give out. heart at the end of it.
Heart. How about you just forward that to me?
Yeah, I can do
you
that.
or copy it into the chat. If you can easily copy that text into the chat, that'd be great.
Yeah, into the
Yeah.
business one, I guess.
That's a good idea.
Or even just here on
this
the
chat,
Zoom.
this
right
chat.
here.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
this is recorded. It's not going to be seen.
That's okay.
Okay.
They have to slow it down.
But
Love it. Love that.
I got two people wrote back and did thumbs up. So I'm in the conversation with that. But then Temple is like, yes, let's do it. So
Awesome.
I think, and I signed another lady up today at church, but her thing was like, I had just started talking to her today, but she was like, the $40 off sounds amazing to me. So I want to go ahead and get it while the getting's good.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, like, I've put a time limit on these. I know that we have all month to do it, but I told everybody that it was this weekend. Like, mine expired this weekend. So if you want it, get it. And then next week, I'm probably just going to be like, oh, hey, look, I got 2 more or something. Or it's extended or something. Like, for real, though.
They're going to be gone this weekend.
Well,
All
people
6 of yours are
want
gonna be gone by this weekend.
Yeah, they will be.
That's what I'm literally praying, but it's really not a selfish thing because, like you said, we have all month. I really want to. I'm just praying that, yes, I am praying that people are open to getting their products paid for or earning a free iPad, just whatever. So I have 3 weeks to help them do that. That is really what I want to do this month. So we'll see.
I think people just appreciate like urgency
because
kind of like
I
always say her name wrong. Is it Genevieve or how do you say that?
Genevieve.
Yes. Yeah. She said, I think it was Super Saturday. She said, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So like, that's what I constantly repeat in my head. Like, I'm not going to say the wrong thing. Like if they're already thinking about this, which chances are they've probably already seen my posts about it. So they probably are thinking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if they're not, then they just go on. But I mean, we have 6 things to give away in 30 days. I mean, if we wait weeks for each person to respond to us, like, you know, we're not going to give our codes away.
Yes. Yeah. And that's, Gail suggested that when we did the team call last Monday. She suggested that even as you send out, so what I've been doing is sending out about 6 messages out of whack, because I kind of send out 6 and I'm letting them, so send out my first 6. And then today I waited 2 days and told them, you know, same thing, similar to Sheila, like, hey, let me know if you're even remotely interested so we can talk about this and explore it, so that I can know to reserve a code for you. However, you know, I have a limited amount. And so if they have not responded, I'm rolling out and messaging more, right? So they kind of know, like they have, and that's what Gail suggested, like say, I'm going to give them 48 hours to just even respond, right? To just even respond and say, yeah, I'm interested or not, you know, and then keep rolling it out, because it's about people in your funnel, right? So like we want to have people in here and move them through. Are they interested or not? Totally fine if they're not, but we're moving through. We're not getting hung up and thinking, gosh, but she's a single mom and I think this would really bless her and this business will be awesome. And we get hung up on their story and they don't want it, or it's not a good time for them. And so, boom, okay, we've got to let them make that decision. Or if they don't respond, we're, you know, offering this awesomeness to someone else. So, I agree.
Sheila talked about that actually, and that was so good. Sheila, it was eye-opening for me. You stressed to me about that's exactly what you're saying. You're like, I'm looking for people who are ready for this, because it's just like a diet or an exercise routine. Plexus is not a diet, but it's the concept of anybody that you got to be ready yourself. And so that really shifted my perspective. And I've been doing this for years.
It's awesome. Okay. So other things that have worked, I put in my stories this afternoon and I've gotten a couple of messages from that. People who have been interested, have been following me. I've talked to them about Plexus. You can go on my Instagram stories and see, like, it's nothing fantastic or special. But it was just putting it out there to say, like, hey, I've got these codes. These are how many I have if you've been thinking about it. So, I've gotten a couple of messages that way. For me, we're going to kind of jump into now, who do we reach out to about this, right? customers. This was one of mine. I've gotten one from a customer who's been ordering like $200 worth of products as a preferred customer. And I was like, please let me help you save money. And so boom, March 1st, she's upgraded. Okay. So, and look at your customers list. Anyone who has been consistently ordering, 4 products, say triplex and something else, at least for a couple of months, upgrade them, reach out to them and say, please let me help you save money. Okay. They've proven their consistency to you. And so, this is the perfect time for that. The only, you have to decide whether you want to do somebody who's just a Joyome customer as an ambassador. I think that's tricky ground. I tend to keep them as preferred customers, but that's up to you, right? Okay, so then business builders, like we've already talked about, absolutely. Anyone who's been thinking about doing this for a business, you've been prospecting that way, reach back out to them, right? And because they've got this more potential for other earnings and other fun stuff, as well as savings to get started. And then anyone who's not ordered in a year, this will probably only apply to Kendall and I. Yeah, it will. So any ambassadors that you have who have not ordered in a year, they are going to be people that you can reach out to, right? So we'd have to have their accounts deleted and then rejoin, but that's a thought if someone's thinking about rejoining. New people. There are some really good, just genuine ways you can reach out to someone new and you think like, yeah, they've been on my list for a while, but I haven't reached out to them yet. Or, we've been talking about different things. Absolutely. Reach out. You have time to do that, for it to feel genuine and it not to feel really rushed. A lot of times when an incentive comes, I tend to focus on follow-up because if it's a short period of time, sometimes a conversation takes a while and someone's not ready to make a fast decision, and that's okay. So I tend to, focus, if it's like a weekend incentive, I'm just looking at follow-ups. But in this time frame, I think it's still really appropriate to reach out to people and just be like, listen, so we got these codes things, and I've honestly thought about you with your health in this way, this, and that. This is what it's helped me with. Are you interested enough to take a look or, watch a video, something I send you, any of that stuff if you're doing the messaging thing, or as you just, connect up with people. Okay. So as I'm talking, I want you to just be jotting down people's names too. And even as this time ends, like think, who needs this? Who are my family? Who are my friends? Who are the people I've been talking to? Pull out your list of folks who've asked you questions. Friends who, have mentioned or shared, on a social media platform about finances being tight or being in debt. Like, use this as a time to go, man, I would love, to help you in this way. Okay, so we have about 6 minutes left on this free Zoom. What we can do is, once it'll kick us out, we can all click the same link and it can start us back over again. So if you guys need to go and you want to go, just know that in 6 minutes it'll kick us off, and that's fine. But if you have other questions or you feel like it's unfinished and you want to pop back on, got that. Okay. We're powering through. Questions right now. Good.
So I was messaging one of the girls that was sort of kind of thinking about like doing the business. And I just asked her, I'm like, did you get the code? And she said no, that she didn't get the email. And she said she had turned off the email like settings on her, because I'm pretty sure she ordered 100 PV last month and had her subscription on.
Okay.
So she went in and fixed it. So do you think that they would send her?
They're not going to send it to her. She'll have to message. So I know somebody else had that happen. So just remind me, Kristen, like text me afterwards so I can check on that email for you of whom she can email. Because I know somebody else had that. They're like, I didn't get the codes and I qualified. And they just, boom, sent it like right out to them. So she can she will get them.
I mean, I don't know if they'll use it, but I think that might give her an incentive to.
Absolutely. Right. Right. And if she doesn't use them, you might have someone else on your team or, that is a thought. Like as the month goes along, say maybe like by the 20th or so, if you have someone like my husband, he has a Plexus account. And so I have 6 codes from his account too, that I can use. So, or like somebody else who orders from you, a family member who's not going to do the business and not use the codes that they got, we're going to pull those in and let our team use them. So somebody new who joins our business and didn't get the codes, we're going to share those codes so they can use them, right? Like with others. So absolutely, like get together anyone, if they're like, no, I'm just not going to use them, say, would you mind forwarding that to me so I can pass it on to someone else who would? Get the email, and then we can start to, we'll do something on the team page and just share those codes, or like I'll collect them or something and we'll, send them out to people, because obviously one code is good for 6 people. So it's a little tricky, but absolutely gather that. Like if you've got anyone, like Holly, I can't remember, did your mom order with like a $1.99 welcome pack?
Yeah.
So she should have the codes too, right? So like you can just sign up 12 people with the $40. I mean, legit, do it. Get your mom an iPad too. Happy birthday, Mom.
What were you and Kendall saying at the beginning? If somebody signs up, like now, they can get codes too?
They will not get codes.
Oh.
If they sign 6 people with welcome packs this month, they will earn the iPad.
Oh.
Some
So they
people
won't
are
have codes, but they'll get the iPad.
I invited some people to come to this meeting, and I said, I don't have any codes. I said, let's not hyper focus on the codes. We are, those of us who did have our subscription on 100 PV, how super blessed are we that we have these codes. I'm going to try to get some from my other team who don't want to work it either. I pray that anyone that qualifies does work it, because it's a wonderful gift.
Yeah.
But if not, I'm going to, like you said, Nicole, get those codes and bless my friends who are working the business. And I'm like, don't think you have to have a code to sign up for people.
Yeah.
I've signed up more than 6 people in 1 month before. I do not do that on a regular basis. I rarely do that, in fact. But I have before. You can, without a free annual membership promo code.
Right. And when
you have to remember, people want this.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, when someone's going to be joining anyways, and if they join this week and they earn the free iPad, they're going to get like almost $500 worth of bonuses. So they're not going to be too, they can do a free shipping or whatever, if they want to like incentivize a little bit themselves. But, okay. We have less than a minute, so it's going to cut us off. I wanted to pick y'all's brain. I wanted to talk about which welcome pack to sign them up with, and silvers, developing silvers this month, because people adding their 3 active ambassadors, this is like, if ever there was a month to do it with ease, it's this month. And so I really wanted to kind of ask y'all's opinion on that. So I don't know if you guys are up for it, we could hop back on, and I will honor to stay on for like no more than 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay.
I would like to.
Okay, cool.
What time is it there?
It is 12:30. That's why I'm eating lunch.
Noon.
I'm going to go do bedtime stuff.
Do bedtime stuff. I'll record the second part, so it'll be there. Okay. Good night.
Bye.
Night.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. I'm just going to end it and just click the same link. We'll pop back on.